Welcome to Wrestle-Gay-nia. It's your favorite queer wrestling recap show for Jet Space Magazine. I'm El Sanchez.
And I'm Val Nigro.
I love wrestling.
And it's against my religion. Hey, what is that?
As you can tell, this is our special Halloween episode because of Val's really outrageous costume.
Yeah,
right?
And I'm dressed up as a pro wrestling fan. Am I fooling you?
I think so. I mean, I bought it. I was into it. Yeah. I like that shirt.
Yeah, and it's for Enzo Amore, who I initially liked because he's supposed to be a Guido from New Jersey character. Although, come to find out, his real name is Eric Arndt. And I'm like, you aren't Italian. So...
Allegedly.
Yeah. But anyway, still representing Jersey for the Cup of Haters.
I forgot to wear a costume.
We talked about this for weeks.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. No, I'm Mankind, Mick Foley.
Put that back up.
It's my favorite. I got Mr. Sacco here. This is like sort of the queer version of Mankind. I honestly don't know Mick Foley's sexual identity, so maybe I shouldn't assume, but I think this is, for me, because this is the shirt's like kind of peach, and this Mr. Sacco is made out of a Kenya Dawson sock.
It's kind of more like they kind, or...
Yeah, they kind. Humankind.
Oh, that's good.
That's me. Also, I feel very femme. This episode, we watched the most recent pay-per-view, which was TLC, which stands for...
Tables.
Ladders.
Chairs. Not to be confused with the Learning Channel, the band TLC, or Tender Love and Care.
Or anything interesting, honestly. More like turds, like lame-os.
Lame-os.
And jumps. This pay-per-view was kind of unusual because there was a
health scare.
A health scare.
There was a health scare
amongst the main roster. So we had a lot of superstars. I didn't mean to do superstars in quotes. We have a lot of superstars who were out due to mysterious illness, which according to the internet was either meningitis or mumps. So one of those two things, or both. But a lot of people are out. We lost Roman Reigns. Oh no. How are we going to know whose yard it is if the big dog is there to protect it?
Wait.
We also lost Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, one of the announcers, JoJo, and some other people, I think. More people got sick.
I'm just excited for meningitis to become a finishing move where you just literally cough on someone and say, see you in 7 to 10 days.
Yeah. And that's when they do the count in the 10 days later.
For 10 days.
Yeah, every day the ref comes by the house and counts one more.
It's kind of like a long con finishing move.
Yeah. First match is Emma, some Australian lady who I don't really remember that much, versus brand new Raw roster member Asuka.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
She got promoted from the minor leagues.
NXT. Yeah. She's a big deal in NXT, and they promoted the shit out of her to be in TLC. Oh, that rhymes. And but and this was her big first main roster match.
And she's undefeated. Because she has been scripted to never lose.
Yes. And so she wrestles Emma, who, like I said, I think she's also... I don't know what her deal is, but she's there. And they wrestle, and it's a lot of yelling.
Very yelly, very slappy. A lot of just slapping.
Yelling.
I like that Asuka screams a lot. She's kind of fun. Like she did little like, she would do like a victory dance after she got in a good punch or slap.
Right. Plus she has a really dope outfit that confuses my mind.
Very maximalist.
Yeah. It's like all kinds of textures, all kinds of patterns, all kinds of colors into it. And Asuka won by submission. which is my least favorite win.
Boring.
But some people, it's fine. I mean, I think Asuka might be known for submission moves anyways. And so, anyway, she won, so good. Not the greatest debut she could have had, honestly, because Emma is pretty boring. I wish that they had given her somebody better, but it's still, yeah, she's here now.
She's here. She got to shine. She's in the big leagues. Good job, Asuka.
Next match is they threw a bone to the cruiserweights and put them on the pay-per-view.
The little guys,
which are fun because they're acrobatic. But the next one is a tag team of cruiserweight guys. It's the Brian Kendrick and Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
Silent G.
Yeah. Versus Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann, who were the tag team.
Wanted this match to be more exciting because they're little acrobatic guys, but it was still kind of boring. Main point for me was that Gentleman Jack Gallaher literally wrestles in a full British outfit, including skinny chinos, which don't seem comfortable for wrestling. And he also has a little umbrella that he whacks people with.
Yeah. He comes out like
he's a little Londoner.
Like Watson from Sherlock. You know, from Sherlock.
Sherlock.
From the movie Sherlock. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he's got a little curly Q mustache, and he comes out to like dun, 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 and they have like, you know, Big Ben or something behind him. And I wish he came out and was like, God save the Queen, but
does he not have a monocle? He should.
Oh, let's send an email. He should have a monocle.
So that match happened. Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann won.
I guess London has fallen. Or is it the bridge? No, the London Bridge.
London Bridge fell.
London Bridge has fallen down. Next match is for the Raw Women's title or championship belt.
The token women's match.
Right. And luckily, it's a one-on-one. I love because they do so many like fatal four-ways and stuff with the women. But this one is current champ Alexa Bliss versus this lady who used to be a champ, and I guess in the time I wasn't watching wrestling.
Back in the day.
Mickie James. So it's Alexa Bliss.
The young brat versus the country mom.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Mickie James, her character, she's like a country singer. Or she might actually be a country singer. Not one you probably heard of. But she was a wrestling, like a WWE diva, apparently. Like, I guess it seriously was the time that I took a break from wrestling because I have no recollection who this woman is. And I feel terrible because she says over and over, I'm a 6-time champion or something. And I'm like, are you? You are.
Are you though?
But yeah, there's this big feud between them. And Alexa's always like, you're old. And Mickie James is like, I'm no more than you. And...
she's like, you're a fetus.
Yeah.
So, and I can't tell you how many times did the announcer say, age is nothing but a number.
Oh, yeah, that phrase overused.
Also, side note. Oh, fuck.
No, I think we're going to talk about the same thing.
Mickey's jeans are way uglier than John Cena's. Just saying.
My biggest problem with Mickie James, although at the end, but Alexa did win this match, retained the title. At the end, Mickie gave an interview and started talking about how much she appreciates the WWE and stuff. Hopefully that is a retirement statement where she goes away. And I'm sorry, she's not a very good wrestler. I think her character's boring. But besides that, these outfits she wears to the ring, I mean, maybe I'll miss it because it is so bizarre. But she was wearing these like torn up jeans with like black sequins attached to like curtains attached to the, I don't even know how to describe her outfit. And,
I'm going to miss the curtains.
And her corset had some weird suns on the side like you would put on pottery at Mountain View, like gift shops from the 90s. I don't even know. She's just really, she's bad. And she lost. And R.I.P. Not R.I.P., but please enjoy retirement. I hope that's where you're going. I'm sorry. You're probably a nice person.
I'm sorry about your outfit.
Sorry about your outfit. Next match is another cruiserweight match. This time for the cruiserweight championship. which was currently held by Kalisto. So this is Enzo Amore versus Kalisto.
Which is basically my people against your people.
I know, this is a metaphor.
Except mine is not really Italian, but we'll say Jersey people.
Right. And my Mexican hermano is from Chicago, which is fine. I mean, that doesn't make him less Mexican. Although his storyline is that he lived in Mexico City for some time when he was a kid. So he respects luchadores, so it's okay. He's great. He's fun.
And Enzo respects Guido culture by dressing really ugly and having a lot of catchphrases like "How you doing?"
Yeah, and plus he makes his own sauce.
Oh, and his own line of sauce, yes,
yeah.
Which is very Jersey. I'm working on mine right now as we speak. I got the sauce coming soon.
Val's version. So in this match, Enzo is trying to win back his title that was taken from him from when Kalisto wrestled him last time, and surprisingly, he does get it back through a once again cheating means. He pokes Kalisto in the eyes when the ref is not looking.
Does he ever dump his sauce on people as a move? That'd be fun. That'd be such a good idea. Good marketing opportunity.
That's the next email. We're adding that to the email that we send. Next match is probably, I think, the first match that is affected by the M virus, because Bray Wyatt was supposed to be in this match, but he was out because of the sickness. And so he was down with the sickness.
He's down with the sickness.
Right. So instead we have Finn Balor versus
your favorite dry-haired dad.
Yeah. It's AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, my favorite soccer mom of WWE. And it was great. This was the match that a bunch of wrestling fans are really looking forward to, because both these guys are really good technical wrestlers. So not just, Finn Balor's got his character thing going, but he's a really good technical wrestler. And
he had actually really good face and body paint of like a demon that was kind of going all the way down to and like grabbing his boobs that I think, and a back piece that I think he should get as a permanent tattoo.
Yeah, he came out as his demon character, which meant he wore the Juggalo hat, which I'm not a big fan of. But
and the
whatever.
belts for hair.
And and then he wore a big sash. And there was a lot of fog machines. And AJ is just kind of hanging out in the ring like, all right, when you're done with that, let's wrestle. But it was a really good match. There were so many great moves. There was so many and this was one of the biggest reasons this is anticipated is because Finn Balor, for some people who are big wrestling fans might know, don't know, was a member of the Bullet Club, which is like a Japanese wrestling group. But he was he was like the main guy. It's a very popular wrestling group.
The point is that the Quiet Coyotes.
Well, because Finn Balor and AJ were both in the Bullet Club and in Japan. And so they are very popular from that alone, now being on WWE. And one of the little high fives that they do is this. They call it the too sweet. And that
it's so tender. Yeah. They were being so tender with each other.
Yeah, and so the wrestling fans were like, too sweet, because they wanted them to do it after the match, and they did, and it was very sweet.
Yeah,
it was too sweet.
It was so gay. We loved it.
Yeah, they were very sweet with each other, holding each other. A lot of tender moments. A lot of hey man, I don't want to fight you, but we have to because our boss said we had to, but I don't want to hurt you because I love you.
A lot of stroking each other's hair.
Yeah, it was sweet. It was a really good match. Finn won. Next match is Elias Sampson, I think. But I think he just goes by Elias. But versus Jason Jordan,
whose dad is supposedly Kurt Angle, which I could see because they both have the same neck.
Right. Where it's just their whole top right here is just neck.
They're just all neck.
Yeah. Ugh. It was a boring match that they did a lot of sketches leading up to throughout the pay-per-view because Elias was probably singing with his guitar and trying to get the audience to be quiet so he could play a song, making fun of the audience. And then Jason Jordan came out with a shopping cart of kale and threw it at him.
They need to hire us as sketch writers.
Yeah. Nothing can. Why even have other sketches if Breezango is out there making dope sketches for SmackDown? They don't mean Raw should just not. They're not living up. But anyway. This match was a thing, and then Jason Jordan won.
The neck won.
Yeah, but not rightfully, because Elias did not have his right shoulder was off the mat.
It was off the mat.
It was off the mat when they did the count, and it was bullshit. And I think it's fucking set up because he's Kurt Angle's fake son.
It's fake. It's all fake.
It's all. I mean, not wrestling. Wrestling's not fake, but the way this played out was fake. And Elias should have maybe not won, but definitely wasn't counted out. Then we have the final match, the main event, the only fucking match that actually used tables, ladders, and chairs.
And a garbage truck.
And there was a garbage truck, that's true. It was the 5-on-3 final match with... first, we got to do the bad guys, which is The Miz. We've got Sheamus and Cesaro, and Kane is there. Came out of, I guess, maybe retirement to be there. Versus The Shield, which is Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And normally Roman Reigns, but oh no, he got the M virus. Or he's just trying to copy everybody else like the rest of his fucking career. Anyways, he's not there.
Ouch.
So Kurt Angle, the
Olympian,
the gold medal
Olympian.
Yeah, they should just call him the gold medal winner. He comes in to take over for Roman Reigns.
Okay, first of all, this match was fun for 5 minutes. They're beating each other with chairs. The crowd went wild.
Right.
And then it went on for another 30 minutes. So I was literally begging Elle for mercy, much like the guys getting whacked with chairs.
That was really long. Plus, it was kind of sad because, Kurt Angle, who is the current manager of the Raw roster, when he came out at the beginning, and this was very anticipated, his involvement in this.
It was mentioned several times.
Yeah, they did a whole clip reel of old clips of Kurt Angle and shit like that. But he came out with a classic Shield entrance. They came out through the audience, and he looked scared. They'd show his face. He looked like, fuck, this maybe is a bad idea. But, there was a lot of beating each other. There was throwing some booths. I was like, they don't pull out folding chair or folding tables, I'm going to be really pissed because booths don't count. Those booths are made of styrofoam. No. Bring out the fucking fold-out tables.
Also, at one point, people got thrown on a table and the table didn't break.
That was embarrassing.
But anyway, then there was a garbage truck. Where did that come from?
Right. The Miz brought out a garbage truck because he said he was taking out the trash, right? The Miz gets the other dudes to put the Shield, the two members, in a garbage truck. Garbage man with the garbage truck looks very confused, doesn't know why he's there.
Accidentally flipped the switch.
Right. Accidentally flipped the switch.
I think at that point I said, this match has jumped the shark, which I did not think is possible in professional wrestling. But...
Oh, yeah, it happens. I think it was 100% related to the fact that Sheamus was in this match and also was in the last Ninja Turtles movie. And the way that they finally get Braun Strowman in this garbage truck and is basically how Shredder died. Anyway, Shield won. Audience is excited. TLC. That's it. Next up, it's our regular segment where Val explains something about wrestling that she obviously knows a lot about. And the homework I gave her this pay-per-view was, is Gentleman Jack's last name pronounced Gallagher or Gallagher? It looks like Gallagher, but it sounded like Gallagher. What's your determination?
And so much like every other tiny, insignificant question relating to pro wrestling, there is a Reddit about this exact issue. And it's Gallaher, officially. The G is silent. It is pronounced in the traditional Gaelic manner.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think to try to make him sound more gentlemanly, although the Reddit argues that the name Jack itself actually means knave. So there was a lot of high level etymology discussion that I was very impressed by. There was also maybe he should just be like Jack Daniels or Captain Jack or just Jack. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do something else now. But I just think it's to make him sound more Gaelic, gentlemanly, and possibly like Sir Galahad.
Right. More Gaelic.
So Elle gets to have a segment too, because they like segments and talking about wrestling. So they're now going to do their conspiracy theory of the day.
Oh, okay. Obviously, the conspiracy theory of this pay-per-view is the M virus that took down everybody. They can't decide if it's meningitis or mumps. I think 100% both. All of it. It's
maybe
all.
even measles, too.
Maybe even measles. Maybe even mysterious other things. Maybe even
malaria.
God. But either way, the real question is, how did they give it to each other? As you will notice,
blowjobs. Oh, sorry. It's your segment.
Right. As we had to notice that Bray Wyatt's out. You know who else is out? Bo Dallas. That's Bray Wyatt's brother in real life. Also, you know who's out? JoJo, the announcer, who is allegedly Bray Wyatt's mistress. M virus continued. And then Roman Reigns gets it. I'm assuming there is a backstage. There's two things that could happen. Okay, you were right. Backstage
BJ.
Sex party, right? Backstage BJ blow sex party. And I'm talking about blowing dicks and doing coke. And that's what's either happening, or because it's Halloween, they all bob for apples in the same bucket.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's one or the other, but they all have meningitis. And I think the people who don't, it's proof that those people isolate themselves and do not socialize with the rest of the wrestlers.
And they're not cool enough to do BJs and blow.
Or bob for apples. I don't know. Alexa Bliss, why don't you want to bob for apples with everybody else? Or Finn Balor.
It's fun.
Balor and Bliss, get your bob on. Or your blow. I don't know. Get well soon.
Get your BJs blow and bob on. That's all we're saying.
Yeah. Or, good wishes and thoughts to them all. I hope they get well soon.
Speedy recovery to all of you.
Thanks for watching Wrestle-Gay-nia with Jet Space Magazine.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
I've been El Sanchez.
And I've been Val Nigro. And don't forget, meningitis is no laughing matter.
Unless you're Roman Reigns.
Bye.
Bye.